In my early catfishing days, I was like everybody else, you know, go to the grocery store, get some chicken livers, put it on a hook. I fished hard, religiously, and to be honest with you, I never caught anything over about 8-10 pounds on chicken liver. Well, later on, you know, I discovered shad, skipjack. That's when I finally started getting my big fish. That's when I finally became a catfisherman. And all my biggest fish, and you know, I've caught some big ones, came on skipjack, usually the headpiece. And you know, as far as in the Tennessee River system, I was a believer in skipjack, fresh skipjack. Fish eat other fish. I kept hearing these stories, you know, about guys using chicken breast. It became big in these pay lake. I always knew about that. And they were mixing this strawberry jello crap, Kool-Aid and stuff in it. And I seen guys doing this stuff. I seen guys around Tennessee that used chicken because they didn't know how to throw a cast net. And they always said, man, you ought to use chicken, you ought to use chicken. But I'd look on their Facebook page and they didn't catch any big fish on it, you know. Of course, they're fishing like a lot of people fish. They're cutting these little bitty pieces and throwing it off a dock, you know. So to me, chicken was no different than chicken liver. How could it be any different, you know? Well, as time went on, I got into YouTube, you know. I became friends with Billy Claybo, Pam Fish, Bill at the time, fishing with Billy now. He was good friends with Joe Jellison of Chat Cats, and they'd done quite a few trips together. So I noticed one time Joe Jellison had caught a 50-pounder on chicken. Now he caught this fish below Watts Bar Dam, which Watts Bar Dam is a way better place to fish than where I'm at here in Knoxville. So I'm thinking, you know, lucky catch. Old Dieter Melhorn was putting out videos right and left about chicken. He was throwing these small pieces on there, 15 rods out the back of the boat, dragging up and down the lake, and he was catching fish on it. And I think one day he caught a fish around the 30-pound range on it. You know, I'm still not convinced that this can be as good or any better than what I'm using for bait. Skipjack, to me, is the king of bait around here. So I kept fishing for my skipjack and I just dismissed it. Well, after a while, I noticed a guy tagging Dieter Melhorn. This guy landed a 75-pound blue cat at a Sandy Cooper reservoir. Sandy Cooper's the mecca of catfishing. So here again, I'm not too concerned because there's a lot of catfish in Sandy Cooper, you know. Sooner or later, one's gonna eat a piece of chicken, you know, if you do it enough. Well, I got into this argument with this guy on Facebook. You know, he's my age, half my size. He's gonna meet me up at the Catfish Conference and beat me up because of my theory on chicken not being a real bait for big catfish. To me, these guys were making these videos for clickbait, you know, lure the masses, lure the crowd for views, preaching false information. So I set out, I finally got tired of it, and I set out to debunk the myth about all this chicken breast nonsense. Yeah, I'm gonna get a number 3 original recipe.
What is dark meat?
Dark meat.
What to drink?
Shoot, I don't need a drink.
Alrighty, what for your side?
Can I get some, well, shoot, can I get some of them fries?
Sure thing.
That's all I need.
Alrighty, total is $8.49.
Dag blasted chicken's expensive anymore. Old cheap bird, you think you're buying gold. $8 for a few pieces of dark meat, some fries,
I mean, you can buy a whole 20-pound bag of potatoes for $6. I paid $8 and some change and got about 20 cents worth of food. What are you doing, bud? Going to chase fish. There's 9. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
You too. Y'all, I haven't went to the grocery store for catfish bait for many, many, many years. I used to do it back in the days when my biggest catfish was 8 pounds. But I'm fixing to do it again, all for this video. Not sure how much I want to spend money on chicken that I'm not even going to eat, but I guess I'll do it for the sake of this video. Well, my Yeti cooler is still in the boat, but I can tell you that I'm awful broke, because this dag-blasted chicken breast was $15.94 for a pack of Tyson chicken breast. You got to be kidding me. I mean, you can get 2 large skipjack at Big Fish Outfitters for that price, and you got real bait. $15, $9. I got $24 in chicken. I hope I get a lot of views on this video to help me pay for that chicken. I've got some skipjack, I've got some gizzard shad, but I'm gonna try to catch a little more. Well, that chicken leg right there was about 3 bites. For what I paid for that, that's about $1 a bite. That Foley spoon right there is only about $3. I can catch hundreds of skipjack on that Foley spoon. Woo! I caught that skipjack way quicker than I went in that grocery store and bought that chicken. $3 for the Foley spoon, and I even got my spoon back to catch another. About 5 minutes of fishing, and I've already got as much skipjack as I do chicken. And for your information, it was a lot funner catching this skipjack than it was parking my truck, walking a couple hundred yards into that grocery store, paying $15 for some bait that I really ain't got much faith in. And to beat it all, the old gal that rung me up was dog ugly. This is much funner right here. Another good thing about using natural bait fish for bait is you can catch them right where you're catfishing. You don't have to make a separate trip. All fish, including the bait fish, live in the water. We've officially got as much skipjack as we do Tyson chicken, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. Get set up before dark. I'm not gonna do like these other guys do, because I know most people are interested in big fish. So, for one, I didn't go through the trouble of the strawberry Kool-Aid crap that people puts on it. And number two, I'm gonna run a fairly thick piece, fairly good sized piece, to attract a bigger fish. I mean, after all, that's what lures people to catfishing in general. As far as channels like mine, is the fact that they're interested in the bigger fish. So we got a pretty good sized chunk of chicken breast going on there, and we're gonna see what happens. Well, we've got skipjack on the left, chicken breast on the right. We're gonna sit out here a few hours and see who wins this fight. I'm putting my money on the skipjack. Things started to turn sour. Next thing you know, I was hung up, having to break my line. That dude's hung up, suspended. This must be a nasty spot. Now I can tell you that I have seen catfish caught on chicken. Joe Jellison of Chat Cats, he likes to free line chicken in the summer after spawn below Watts Bar Dam. He has caught a 50-pounder blue cat free lining chicken. That was the biggest fish I had heard caught on chicken for a few years, until recently a guy over in Santee Cooper boated a 75-pound blue catfish on chicken. Here again, it was during the warm water period. As far as Chat Cats, Joe Jellison, y'all seen me go down there, and as soon as it got dark, I boated an 82-pounder and I left. That's what I refer to as the Magic Kingdom down there. As far as the Tennessee River, you start getting Chickamauga, Nickajack. Basically, it's what Fort Loudon used to be in the 1980s. They still got some fish. How long that'll last, I don't know. People go making videos down there. Everybody flocks to it. As far as Santee Cooper Reservoir, man, I've always heard of Santee Cooper Reservoir. Santee Cooper Reservoir was the very first catfish mecca. I mean, that's where everybody went to catch catfish. If you were after trophy catfish, people for years and years, and they still do, traveled from states around to fish Santee Cooper Reservoir. The catfish are stacked. You don't even have to wear a life jacket in Santee Cooper, and you don't have to be able to swim, because you can literally walk on water because the catfish are so thick in Santee Cooper Reservoir. So when a guy says he fishes all summer in Santee Cooper and he caught a few cats
on chicken. Well, there's so many catfish in Santee Cooper, and this guy's dragging baits all up and down the lake with planer boards. That fish just could have been sitting there with his mouth open and that bait went right in it, because the guy's covering so many miles, so many hours with them planer boards and baits with 15 rods out the back of the boat. Another YouTuber promoting this chicken is old.
Hi folks, Dieter Melhorn here.
You know, he's doing the same thing. He's got 15 rods out the back of his boat, and he's dragging this reservoir up and down, up and down. And I think one time I seen him catch a 30-pounder on chicken. Usually it's fish that really aren't big enough to fillet. Fort Loudon is not the catfish mecca. It's not the Magic Kingdom. But there are some catfish here, and where I'm at now, there should be some near. That old bird over there, he's upset because I'm using another bird for bait. Hey, shut up, bird. Dag blasted bird. What I don't like about handling this raw chicken is if I go to grab me any snacks, my hands are now facing possible salmonella contamination. Raw chicken is notorious for salmonella, and I have got it all over my hands. So I have to be conscious of that anytime I go to eat or drink something. That's never been a worry with me using fresh skipjack or gizzard shad. I've never heard of anybody getting sick handling fresh skipjack or gizzard shad. There are plenty of dead people from raw chicken. Last time I checked, being dead wasn't good for you. Hard to catch fish when you're dead. Hard to do anything for that matter. Skipjack on the left, chicken on the right. Both baits are relatively the same size and weight, so they can be considered a comparable bait. I mean, if I catch a 50 or 70 pounder on this chicken tonight, I ain't gonna complain. I just can't believe it's as good as this skipjack. A Santee Cooper rig is simply a catfish leader with a float on it to suspend the bait off the bottom. 2 rods with skipjack, 2 rods with chicken. One smells like fish, the other is finger licking. My money's on the skipjack. I get reset up, get everything all tied, and then I hang up 2 more lines. All right, y'all. Both them suspended baits are hung up. Well, I'm getting frustrated now, so I pull anchor and I move upstream several hundred yards into the mouth of this creek, because I don't want any more problems. I'm trying to make a video here, you know. I got this chicken, I got this fresh skipjack, and you know, I need to get this done. So I get set up on this other spot, get everything retied, baited up, and I keep seeing these storm warnings on my phone. Now, when I had went out, there was hardly any chance of rain. So sure enough, I look at my radar, and these storms are almost right on me. Here I am, a couple miles from the ramp out there in the dark with no bilge pump. Holy jeez. I've got a bunch of thunderstorms moving right in on me, like right this second. And man, you gotta be kidding me. Sure enough, and I'm a good ways from the ramp, so I head on back to the ramp. I'm frustrated now. I've got this great video started. You know, I'm out here to set the record straight, to debunk the myth. I need a video myself. I'm a YouTuber. I pull up to the ramp, and there's old Justin Johnston of Kayak Catfish. Me and him's friends. We sat out there and talked a good hour or so. Yeah, I'm getting rained out, man. It wasn't supposed to rain tonight, and if you look, there's a whole load of stuff on the way. After a while, he pulls out his phone and said, "Man, this rain's going around us." He showed me the radar, and sure enough, it had just split, and right where we were standing, it had went all around, east, west, up north, and just soaked everything. Well, he went down the road, and I got in my truck, and it was late, and I was kind of depressed, you know, that I was going to have to go out the next day to finish this video. As I got to thinking about it, I've had so much trouble with weather and video making this year, I realized you cannot depend on the weather. I said, well, it's not supposed to rain tomorrow, but they said that about tonight. I said, if it's clear, I need to go somewhere tonight and finish this video. So I headed south to Watts Bar Reservoir. I'm in a lot better situation here. I've got good water flow. So I've got all 4 rods going out. My boat is staying nice and straight. I am determined to find out if chicken's any good for bait. I'll sit here a while. I'll sit here and wait. My videos are about information, not clickbait. My opinion, this is all a bunch of clickbait, using Cluck bait. It's 11:30 p.m. Looks like it's going to be a late night. I hope it's a decent bite. I've got 4 rods out, but I've really only got faith in 2 of them, and that's the ones with the skipjack on it. As far as a big fish. Now I know chicken can catch fish. I've seen it happen. But I'm convinced it's not the best bait to use. Uh-oh. That's on chicken. That's on chicken. That's on chicken, believe it or not. Believe it or not. That's on the chicken. I got a lot of lines out here. This is going to be kind of a hassle getting around the boat. This is on chicken. First fish of the night, blue catfish on chicken. I was here maybe 10 minutes for that fish. There she goes, there she goes. Chicken. Is it on? It's on. Not a big fish by any means, but it is on the chicken. Same rod. Making me wonder if it's a depth thing. I'm not even going to use the net on this one. We're just going to power him in the boat. Little old blue cat. There goes the chicken again. There goes the chicken again. That fish is pulling drag. That fish is pulling drag. fish is pulling drag on the chicken, same rod. I've actually got the skipjack through out to the right this time, that head, just to see if that's what it is. Because all three of these fish have come on the same rod. This is obviously a bigger fish here. Obviously a bigger fish. And it is a respectable blue cat, I'll give it that. It's not a bad fish at all. He's pulling drag right now. He's still pulling drag. I see it. It's a respectable fish. Ugh. Come on up. Come on up. He ain't wanting to give up. Got you, buddy. Yeah. Golly whopper status right there, boys. Oh. I know people are going to want some weights, just out of curiosity. $41.8. I traded places. The skipjack rod is now on the right because it's going the most towards the right. I'm trying to see if it was the actual positioning of the bait or the bait. All three fish have come on chicken. All three fish were on that same rod. Either way, no matter what the position, they did come on chicken, including a 41 pounder. You can't deny that. It's right here on film. Dag blasted dog. Hey, shut up, dog! Woo, 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 woo! Stupid dog. Chicken, 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 chicken. Chicken just got nailed. It did get hit though. And this time the chicken rod is where the skipjack rod was. Same position. Obviously a smaller fish. That's just the lucky rod tonight. There he goes again. Oh shoot. He's on it that time. Fish number 4 on the chicken. This ain't the first one that bit. This one's a bit bigger here. I don't think it's no 41 pounds. But it don't feel like no dink. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. My net is caught up here. You gotta be kidding me. I'm having trouble with this net. My net was caught on my boat cleat. Not a bad fish there. He's over. Fish is close to 30, I'd say. It's a long fish. Long fish. Yeah. 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 Not a bad fish. It sure ain't. Same rod. This is the lucky rod tonight. Now I'm not doing this old strawberry chicken garbage and jello chicken garbage. I sure don't believe in that. Just putting on old plain Tyson chicken breast. And so far, chicken 4, skipjack 0. Surprising me. I might have salmonella after all this, but I'm catching fish. Somebody needs to give that dog a bowl of antifreeze. Dag blast. There goes the chicken. There goes the chicken. Same rod, man. Did he come off? No, he's on there. Small one. Y'all wonder about how big of hooks you should be using on blue cat? See how small that fish is? That's an 11-aught mustad demon. Catfish can eat pretty good sized bait. Chicken 5, skipjack 0. Well, I'm convinced these fish will eat chicken. I'm limited on camera card time here. I've got about an hour left. So since I've seen a couple good fish on the chicken, and that skipjack head's been sitting out here since I've been here about 2 hours. And since I've caught 5 fish on the chicken, I'm gonna switch out that skipjack head and I'm gonna put a big piece of chicken on there. Putting the whole chicken breast on. I had my sonar on and wasn't thinking about it, but now I've heard that sonar can spook catfish. And those 2 rods are straight below my depth finder there, so don't know if that's had anything to do with it or not. I just turned it off. We are no longer using the skipjack. I haven't had a bite on it. So now I've got 3 rods with chicken and 1 with the gizzard shed. I've done established that Blue Cat will eat chicken, and even a 30 and a 41 pounder will eat chicken. So see what happens this last hour. I'll pay $500 for anyone that can bring me that dog's head on a platter. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, 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 oh. That bite was on chicken. He didn't stick, but it was on chicken. Obviously a dinky fish. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Whole chicken breast. Oh, shoot. Sounded like he about broke the rod holder, man. That's the whole chicken breast. It sounded like he about broke that rod holder. Another big fish, man. I'm gonna get these other rods out of the way. I think I am. He started peeling drag. Good fish. I don't know if he's as big as that 41 or not. He's a good one though. Oh, there goes the drag. Feisty fish, man.
I don't think he's as big as the 41, man, but he hit hard. He's a nice fish. He could be. We'll see here in a minute. Come on up. It's hard to net these fish in this current by yourself. Come on up. Oh, shoot. I need a shorter rod or a longer net. Get in there. I don't know. He might go around 40. He's got a lot of girth. Yeah. You see all these guys using this chicken breast, and they're throwing on these little pieces, man. Soaking it in Kool-Aid and all this garbage, Jello, and putting on these little pieces. I'm like, if I try this, I'm gonna use some real size pieces, man. This one here was on the whole chicken breast. The way I look at it is, it's not a good bait if it's not a good big fish bait. And big fish like big baits. This one weighs 40.8, so it's 1 pound less than the other one. Yo! There it is. Couple of 40-pound class fish, a 30-pound class fish, some dinks. All on chicken breast. Woo! Well, people, that's good enough for me. It's something I wanted to see. I've been hearing about it. I've seen guys on videos catch them. You know, had to see it for myself. I laughed at it at first, but out here tonight, it was the only thing that could get a bite. Spent several hours out here after a little bit of a rough start,
several dinks, a 30-pound class fish, 2 40-pound class fish. Hey, I'm a believer. $15 and something for the bait. I used half of it. Considering the night I had, hey, that was worth 15 bucks. I got some fresh skipjack. I'll trade somebody for some chicken breast. Bark, 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 bark.